There is a common perspective held by many in Bangladesh today. It is the belief that the political border separating them from West Bengal acts as a physical shield, keeping the ideological shifts of their neighbor from crossing over. For many, the primary measure of safety is the local religious landscape. As long as the mosques and madrasas remain open and active, there is a feeling that their way of life remains untouched and secure. But no building exists in a vacuum. As this wider view of the urban landscape suggests, the security of a sanctuary is tied directly to the stability of the city streets right outside its doors. This local complacency is now being tested. Just across the border in West Bengal, an ideological fire, Hindutva extremism, is spreading rapidly through the social and political fabric of the region. Geographical lines provide no defense against the spread of an idea. When a regional threat expands, a false sense of security is the very first thing to be compromised. To see the scale of this shift, one has to look at the current power structure in West Bengal. Under the banner of the BJP, a hostile environment has been established that specifically targets the daily lives of minorities. This hostility manifests in physical violence over basic cultural practices. Muslims are beaten in public following allegations regarding the sale of beef. It extends into the school system, where mobs have begun gathered outside colleges to physically prevent students wearing the hijab or burqa from entering their classrooms. Intimidation has become a routine feature of public transit. On trains and buses, minorities are frequently met with aggressive nationalist slogans, often shouted by children who have been socialized into this atmosphere of hostility. These coordinated street-level tactics work together to achieve a specific systemic result: an environment where a minority population is conditioned to feel a constant, looming sense of danger in their own neighborhoods. Beyond social harassment, the threat has escalated to the physical removal of minority presence. Existing mosques are being destroyed to clear space for the forceful construction of new temples. At the same time, state-level military posturing is increasing. India recently conducted long-range missile tests in the Bay of Bengal, positioned as a clear signal of strength directed toward the border. Some internal groups believe their specific religious or political affiliations, like Jamaat Shibur or Manhaji, might offer them a different status. However, this extremism doesn't make distinctions. The threat radius encompasses the entire community. While politically active groups face the initial brunt, the systemic fallout reaches the passive population. The entire region is drawn into the same zone of risk. When an ideological threat of this scale matures, internal divisions and political non-participation provide no safety. Everyone within the community shares the exact same risk profile. We have to move past the illusion that we are safe simply because we are here. If West Bengal is the current focus, history suggests that Bangladesh is the logical next step in this ideological sequence. This requires a change in how our local institutions function. Mosques and madrasas can no longer serve merely as quiet retreats for passive worship. These spaces must become centers for intellectual preparation. The pulpits and classrooms need to openly address the looming threat of Hindutva and educate the community on how to respond. A collective, proactive awareness that crosses all societal lines is the only effective defense against this kind of encroachment. Ignoring a fire does not stop its progress. To protect the future, the community must mentally prepare and unify before the